Welcome back to Physics Short Classes. Today, in this class, we are going to discuss about the problem solving in electric field. Pause the video wherever necessary. First question. It is a very simple and straightforward question. We need to find out the electric field at a point due to a point charge. Electric intensity, electric field, electric flux density, they are one and the same. And it is given by the expression E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by d square. When we substitute the values, we will get electric field is equal to 8.1 into 10 raised to 6 Newton per coulomb. Second question. Consider the diagram. The two charges which are of opposite kind are separated by a distance of 1 meter. The electric field due to 3 microcoulomb at its midpoint, which is at a distance of half meter. It is given by the expression E1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by d square. By substituting the values, we will get E1 is equal to 108 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per coulomb. Similarly, the negative charge, which is also placed at the same distance of 0.5 meters but on the other side, and electric field due to it is given by E2 equal to 260 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per coulomb. We need to find out the net electric field at the midpoint. So, this electric field due to positive charge at the center will be always away from the positive charge and it will be towards the negative charge. Therefore, E1 is away from the 3 microcoulomb charge, whereas E2 is towards the minus 6 microcoulomb charge. So, yellow line represents the E1, whereas E2 is represented by a red arrow. Now, the resultant field is the sum of two, E1 and E2, as they are in the same direction. Hence, resultant electric field at the midpoint will be represented as ER is equal to E1 plus E2, and it will be equal to 324 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per coulomb. It is towards the minus 6 microcoulomb charge. Third question. Now we need to find out the electric field at some point between the two charges where resultant electric field is 0. Let it be at point P, which is at a distance of x from the smaller charge, or it will be at a distance of d minus x from the larger charge, where d is the distance between the two charges. Usually we take the charge of smaller magnitude as a reference charge. The distance x will be always measured from charge of smaller magnitude. So therefore, due to 2 nanocoulomb charge, the field is represented as E1 and it is away from the 2 nanocoulomb charge, whereas the yellow arrow will be representing the E2, which is the field due to the 18 nanocoulomb charge. Both are in opposite direction and at point P they should be equal, so that resultant field is 0 at as the two fields are equal and opposite in direction. So therefore, E1 should be equal to E2 at the point P. Now substituting the equations and also rearranging them, we will get proportionality constants will cancel each other. We will get Q1 by x square should be equal to Q2 by d minus x square. Then rearranging them, we will get d minus x square divided by x square is equal to Q2 by Q1. And substituting the values, we will get 18 nanocoulomb by 2 nanocoulomb. Here, nanocoulomb cancels each other, and 18 by 2 will be equal to 9. So therefore, taking square root on both sides of the expression, we will get 1 minus x divided by x is equal to 3. And solving the expression, we will get x is equal to, which is the distance of the point P where the electric field is 0 from the 2 nanocoulomb charge. It is given as 0.25 meters from 2 nanocoulomb charge. Next question. Students, such questions will be asked in various forms. We might need to find out the expression for the electric field at the center as given in this equation, or we need to find out the expression for the electric field at one of the corner, or also we need to find out the electrostatic force. Similar problem will appear. If we place a charge at the center, then we might need to find out the force, which is nothing but field into charge. Consider the square. At four corners, four different charges are placed, and we need to find out the net electric field at the center. We know that from the geometry, the center will be at same distance from all four vertices, which is the electric field at O due to charge at A is represented as EA, and EB, EC and ED are represented by different arrows. They both represent their direction and magnitude. Now let us calculate the value of EC, ED, EA and EB one by one. EA will be is equal to 9 nanocoulomb, EB will be is equal to 13.5 nanocoulomb, EC is equal to 18 nanocoulomb, and ED will be is equal to 22.5 nanocoulomb. Now we need to find out the resultant of all these four electric fields acting at point O. Now look at the diagram. EC and EA are oppositely directed. So therefore, the resultant will be EC minus EA, and it will be along the direction of EC. It is represented as ECA. And similarly, the other two will be replaced by the resultant EDB. And they will be along the two diagonals. Hence, the angle between ECA and EDB will be equal to 90 degrees. So, taking the resultant of ECA and EDB, ECA will be equal to EC minus EA, 9 nanocoulomb. EDB is also equal to 9 nanocoulombs. Hence, the resultant E will be represented by square root of ECA square plus EDB square, because angle between them will be equal to 90 degree, as we know that cos 90 is equal to 0. Therefore, the third term will vanish. Solving the problem, we will get the value of E is equal to 12.73 nanocoulomb. Again, we need to find out the resultant direction. And it is given by tan phi is equal to EDB divided by EAC. The reference is the EAC. So that is the diagonal AC. So therefore, it will be 9 divided by 9, or tan phi will be equal to 1, or tan inverse 1 will be equal to 45 degree. It is making an angle of 45 degree with diagonal AC. Similarly, it will be also making an angle of 45 degree with other diagonal also, because they are making an angle of 90 degree with respect to each other. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel to find more videos.